Diane from Teach Pre-K, and I wanted to show you guys some stuff that I have finished. It's like all around me in my office. But the things that I have finished for my classroom and things that I know I'm going to need for the start of school that I've been doing just a little bit here and there in the last, I'd say 3 to 4 weeks of summer. I am finishing up my second to the last week. It is Friday, and I have one more week. And then I have to show up August 4th for teacher contract days. And we got our schedule, and I have to say, I love our principal because she's not making us do a ton of PD. Lots of the K through 5 teachers have a ton of trainings that they have to attend. Us in the preschool, we have almost the entirety of the week to work in our classroom, and this is the first year something like that has ever happened. I am grateful. I am happy, and I just, I'm excited to get started, to get in, to get things done and get back out. I was planning on filming in my classroom today. I'm waiting for some big bins to come for my big back room reveal. And I've got a dinner tonight at 6, and I've got a notice from Amazon that my stuff's not coming until 2:45 to 5:45. So I thought I'll do that tomorrow. And I've been kind of lazy today. Took a walk with my daughter and her dog, and just trying to kind of use this almost last Friday to relax a little bit and just to do some things I know I'm not going to be able to do, like just sit and watch TV if I feel like it. And trying not to feel guilty. I really have a problem with that. But I want to show you things that I have made for the classroom. And I think they're really cute this year. I made these little name tags with this cute little toucan. And I have matched the stripes in his beak to the rainbow stripes on the little cards. And I think they're so cute. But these will go, I'll put Velcro on the back, because my walls are carpeted, or we also have this like little wood ledge. I can choose to put them above my hooks so the kids know which is their hook. And maybe I'll do that this year. I don't know. Maybe I'll put mine on top and Pre-K can put theirs underneath. We can have a little discussion and decide, but I think these are really cute. Their name is in a super clear, easy to read font. Nothing too cutesy and crazy. I like it to be super simple. So those are for coat hooks. Then for their cubbies, I'm bringing the toucans into the cubbies too. This is the little cubby tag, and this will go on the bottom of each cubby so they'll know. They just need to find their name. And with the 3s, I really talk about that first letter of their name. I have a couple E's and a couple L's and a couple J's this year. So I'm going to have to really get into, and this is the second letter. But I think these turned out really cute. There's kind of a glare because they're laminated. But I love just the little toucan and how happy he is. So that was cubbies. So I've got coat hooks and cubbies. First of the year, I do a bulletin board that has flowers with just a big empty space in the middle, which I make circles, and they do a self-portrait. And it says, "Watch us grow." So I put up the flowers and the stems and the leaves and the little grass underneath on my bulletin board. And then for each flower, I put their names. So I made just these plain names because I can use these other places during the year. And I just wanted them really plain, not with a toucan. But I think they're cute. Same font as the coat hooks. But what I do with those is they'll make a self-portrait like during About Me week, which is the second week of school. I'll give them a mirror. We talk about our eyes and our nose and our mouth. And some 3-year-olds are just going to scribble. I let them do whatever they are capable of doing. Same thing with the Pre-K 4s. When they're finished, I put them up. Gosh, they're so cute, you guys. I've used yarn hair. I do little bows if they want a bow. just like cute. And I always love the colors that they pick for their hair. Some of them pick rainbow hair, some of them pick pink. I just let them pick whatever they want. This is their creation, and it's one of their first just really fun independent art projects. So what I do is I put those in the center of the flowers, and then I take a picture, and I make sure in the picture I can see this. So I'll make a progress book, and it will have self-portrait at the beginning of the year. And I'll put the photo that I took of that first self-portrait. At the end of the year, I give them a cute little paper with just a circle for a face, and I have them do a self-portrait just like we did. Look in the mirror, look at your eyes. What color are your eyes? How many eyes do you have? And it's a way for their parents to see just how far they've come. And man, if you've ever taught 3-year-old children, from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, they are not the same people. They grow by leaps and bounds. Their fine motor skills increase like crazy. Their attention to detail, they'll use different colors instead of just one color. It's awesome. So that's kind of a thing that I do every year, and it helps chart progress. Okay, so I also made these little names with the little toucan, little guy right there. These I put on my in-class bulletin board, and they stay there, and that's where I put art projects for them. I have a big bulletin board in the hall where those flowers go, and that's what the parents see when they come in. So I save the extra special awesome bulletin boards for there. But these just are my in-classroom things, and I will choose pretty much weekly or twice a month. I change all those out. I kind of do it weekly, you guys. I love things to be constantly changing and for the kids to take their art projects home sooner rather than later. But I just tack these up with like a clear thumbtack on my bulletin board so you can't really see the thumbtack. And then I thumbtack their art underneath as well. And it's great, you guys, because staples are a pain to get out, and these thumbtacks are awesome. I don't use thumbtacks in the hallway because kids will pull them out. And then I've got thumbtacks all over the hallway, and I don't want that. Nobody wants that. Another thing I made is I have an alphabet line, a linear alphabet line in my classroom. And I always put their names. So I'll put this one with A. Yeah, I didn't know if he was a Brad or a Bradley. I found out he is Bradley. B. I've got my E girls. J's. So I find that letter and I just staple these above, and I'll be like, oh my gosh, here's your letter. Look, your name is right up there. And they love that. So I have their names now in the hallway in 2 places, bulletin board and coat hook. The ones on the bulletin board are going away. Those will not always be there. Right when they walk in the room are their cubbies. Their names are on their cubbies. On one side of the room, I have a bulletin board with their names. Their projects will go underneath. If they remember, you guys, so many times they don't remember which project is theirs. But I'll say, see, this is your name. A-R-I, Ari, that's your letter. It's right there. So I have their names there. On the other side of the room, I don't know which one I did, I've got that alphabet line with their names as well. So I have their names everywhere. Another thing that I really like, and this is great, especially like when you have the beginning of the year when you're maybe not so clear on the names yet, or you have a super busy day where you're going crazy, or a project like a Christmas ornament or a Mother's Day present or something where you absolutely have to know that every single child has come to your center. Every center has this checkoff sheet. And this year, I usually keep them really plain. I just had to put this little guy with a pencil in there because he was so adorable. But I start the year, when they come to the center, I make a kind of a show of taking this out and going, where's your name? Oh, hey, Ari. And I cross it off. After Christmas with the 3s, they can start finding their name. And if they can't, I help them. And it's another way to reinforce name recognition. Keep me on track of who has been to my small group and has done the project that we need to do. So I will have these cards at every teacher-led center. I will have these cards on my teacher cart for circle time in case we're taking turns doing things and I mark kids off. I have a card like this. I print up a ton of these on my little emergency book that I have to take out for fire drill, so I can go down and say, okay, is everybody here today? And make sure that they all came out with me to the parking lot in our designated spot for a fire drill. So I use these for everything. And then if I have a sub, I say, okay, you can have this, and just walk around and say, okay, I need Lola. Lola needs to come to my center, because they might not know who Lola is. So that helps if we have subs. So I made those as well. So I'm going to take all this stuff to my classroom tomorrow. And hopefully my bins come today. I'm going to show you what else I've got. I put just a plain folder with pockets in their backpacks. Let me see. Having real difficulty figuring out how this one opens. So it's just a pocket folder. I put their little projects in here, but I will put their names just with packing tape on the front. These will be out for the parents with a little back to school night booklet that I usually make. And parents pick them up. And I tell them, this goes in your child's backpack when you get home. And this is what their art projects are going to be in. So I made little name tags for all those that I will tape to the front. But it's also a good way for me to know, because I don't really know all these parents and these kids for back to school night. I know which parents have come and which parents haven't, and which might need like a little extra email from me so that they know what's going on for the year. So I've got that done as well. I made new placemats this year. I have used the same placemats every year forever. But this year I changed it up a little bit. They are the same alphabet placemats with their name in a simple font in the middle. But this year I decided I'm going to rainbow stripe this thing, and I changed all my animals on here. A couple of them are the same, and they might be the same animal. I just have this little clip artist called Bunny on a Cloud on Teachers Pay Teachers that I love so much. Her stuff is just so cute. So what I wanted was to have my little toucan right there. So I wanted him to be part of the placemat as well as everything else. But this is another place where they're going to see their name. I ask the parents to put their names on a water bottle. So that's another place they're going to see their name. So they find their snack spot by finding their name, but their water bottle's there, and they know what their water bottle looks like. So their water bottle is going to help them start making that association with the name. I also do one other name thing, but it has a photo of them, so I can't show you those yet. They are in my computer, ready to go, waiting for those photos that I take on the first day of school. Another thing that I did, and I am sending these out today. I think before my husband and I go out to dinner, we will hit the post office, which is on our way, and just check them in the mailbox. These are my little kind of like about me, meet the teacher letters that I send out to the kids so that they have them. I hope the kids get these maybe on next Monday. I might wait, you guys, and send these because August 7th is... I'll send these next Friday. August 7th is our Meet the Teacher Day, and I'm still in July. We haven't even hit August yet. We won't until next week. But these will take maybe 2 days to get to their houses because I send them via snail mail. But I say a little bit about me, and I keep all the information about me very like kid-centric, things that they would like what's my favorite color, what's my favorite food, what do I like to do? What am I going to do with them in the classroom that I'm super excited about? And then I have this cute little photo from my daughter's wedding this summer. I talk about everyone in my family. I just do a quick little blurb about each person. And then I don't have a pet of my own, but my daughter has this cute little dog. She came over today and we took her for a walk and she was exhausted. It's getting pretty hot. So she's a Frenchie and she can't breathe very well. But I talk a little bit about Margot because I share so many stories and so many pictures about her through the year. And I have a picture of her in my classroom. And you guys, like, you can see her right over there, right behind me. I obviously am in love with this animal. So she's an important part of my life. She's part of my family. And then my cute aide, Miss Saber, she's got just her kids. Why she doesn't do her whole family is irritating to me because she has the most adorable husband and beautiful family. But I think her husband doesn't want to be part of this little meet your teacher letter. But she talks about her kids. And again, Leo and Beans, her cats that she loves so much. And she's highly allergic to these cats. But she is lovely. I love her so much. And I'll send both of these out because we're the two that are going to spend the days with these kids. I'm going to send them out. I've got all my envelopes, snail mail ready. So that is what I have been doing. I'm going to pop off camera for just a second because I forgot to put one thing over here. Okay, so I've got Meet the Teacher on the 7th, Thursday the 7th. I think it's from like 3 to 5, 1 to 3, something like that. Okay, so what I do for Meet the Teacher. Oh no, I might have forgotten something, you guys. So for Meet the Teacher, sorry, it's making a lot of noise. I have the kids, they come in, I have things out on 3 tables. I cover all my other shelves with paper so the kids can't see the toys, they can't get to the toys, and my room doesn't become a gigantic mess. And I've been working so hard on it all week, and that would break my heart and make me cry. But they come, they meet me, or I make sure that I go to them. I'll sit and chat with the kids, playing with the toys. But I've got this little welcome to Mrs. Lee's class. Find these 3 things and come back for a price. Well, the most important things that my kiddos need to know is where their cubby is, where their coat hook is, and where the bathroom is. They need to know where to put all their stuff outside the classroom, inside the classroom, and they have to know where the bathroom is. They all have to be potty trained. So I have like little golf pencils, and they take those and they go with their mom or their dad or their older brother or sister, and they find these 3 things and they come back for a prize. So what I always give her a prize, I used to do lots of other things. Now I do these like squishy, hairy, stretchy balls just because they're cute. And they're really fun to play with, and they're really good fine motor, really good sensory. They're just a great little toy. And it says, I'm so glad I got to meet you. We are going to have a ball this year. Hello, this is a ball. But it's more fun than a ball because it does super fun things. But I've done this for years. I usually just change the clip art to whatever cute little theme matches like what I've made for my classroom. My whole classroom isn't toucans. I'm not one of those teachers. I admire those classrooms where it's all one theme, but I change my mind all the time, and I'm not going to put myself through that. My classroom is adorable, cute, bright, but it just kind of is stuff that makes sense for me and for the way I teach and my kiddos. But I have all these in a box right now. I'll put them in a really fun container. I'm sharing my classroom with another teacher. So if she wants, I didn't go ahead and do this. I'm going to make her all the same stuff that I have if she wants. I'm going to let her laminate, cut, and do whatever with them. I can make her these as well if she wants. But this is her first year being a lead teacher in a classroom, and I really want her to decide like what her thing is. It's really hard. It's really hard for me to share a classroom. But she's lovely. Like seriously, she's worked with me before, and I couldn't share a classroom, I don't think, with anyone else. She's just amazing and wonderful, and I love her. But so that is that. So basically, I am ready. I even went so far as to, we have back to school night. We're kind of different than other schools. We start on the 14th. We don't do our back to school night with the parents until the 20th. We used to do it like 3 days into school. So we'd start on a Monday and we'd have back to school night on a Wednesday. But we're not doing that anymore. And I kind of would like the parents to know more of what's going on. But the first week is kind of crazy and it just adds one more thing. So I understand why they changed it. But that is that. So that first contract week when I go, I just have to like put all my stuff where it goes. I have a little bit more organization that I'm going to do, but not much. I want to do that tomorrow. And then next week, you guys, I might just crochet a baby blanket or do something that's not school related at all. It is my last week and I want to take full advantage of it. And yeah, it's fun. But I could get all this stuff done tomorrow, and then the week we do contract stuff, just have to change my bulletin boards. But then my aides don't have anything to do. So I have got to leave stuff for her because she loves to do all this stuff. We've been together for a long time. But that's that. Those are the things that I have done. I do have like a little editable version of this stuff. It's not going to have a little toucan on it. It's just going to be in different like striped colors. If you're interested in that, drop me a line at teachprekk101.com and I can send you the file, and you can just use your own font and have it ready for school. Just pick the color you want, use your own font, print it out, laminate it, and you also can have just this cute coordinated classroom. Also, I don't mind making people things either if I have time. If I don't have time, I'll be really honest and say, I'd love to make the little thing for you. If you want these, send me your class list. I will make them and send them to you if I can. If I'm too busy, I will say no. But that is that. Thank you for watching. I am hoping to get my finished backroom video out to you guys in the next day or two. I did kind of an interim one. Oh, you guys, it was hard, but I don't know. All right, thanks. This is getting really long, but I appreciate you watching, and more's coming, you guys. I'm here to help.